If anyone is looking at our energy mix at the moment and wanting to know that there is a focus on sustainability, on job creation, on stable supply moving forward, well, we've got a feel-good story and a very good news story, and it's not about what's going to happen in the future, but it's about what's happening right now.
Xina Solar One near Pofadder in the Northern Cape is the latest of 3 solar thermal plants built by Abengoa. Together with Katlu, both solar plants make up the largest solar platform in sub-Saharan Africa. Dominic Gonzalez put things in perspective for us.
Dominic, what inspired the construction of this plant and why the decision to have it just outside of Pofadder in the Northern Cape?
Well, firstly, welcome to Xina Solar One. This is a very innovative solar project that we've located here just outside of Pofadder in the desert for the main reason that the place has some of the highest solar radiation in the world. There's sun almost every day of the year. There's also a lot of free available land here in the Northern Cape area. The land is flat, there's very little environmental impact, so for those reasons we've set the plant up here.
Dominic, there's a lot of machinery on this site and I can't count how many mirrors I've seen. Exactly how big is this plant?
It's a truly massive plant. Just the solar field alone, which we have the collection of mirrors, is 300 hectares. So you could fit around 350 rugby fields just on the solar field alone. 90 kilometers of piping, 110 kilometers of mirrors. This molten salt storage tank that you see that we use to store and dispatch energy has 45,000 tons of molten salts. These molten salt storage tanks effectively act as a giant battery to produce enough electricity to power 95,000 homes, which altogether is around 300,000 people.
Helping South Africa meet its commitment to the Paris Climate Agreement, the plant generates clean, reliable power from the sun.
Dominic, tell me more about the energy generation process.
Each of these mirrors that you see captures sunlight. So they track the sun from east to west, from morning to evening, and concentrate the sunlight onto a central tube, and inside that tube is contained a fluid. So the sun shines down in the mirrors, reflects to the tube and heats up that fluid inside the tube up to 393 degrees Celsius. That fluid then travels along those pipes towards a heat exchanger. That heat exchanger then contains water, and that fluid then heats that water, or boils that water, to create steam. And that steam is then sent to a steam turbine, which then produces the electricity. At that point, it's working exactly the same as a conventional power plant. For example, typically you would burn coal or gas in order to power a turbine. Here what we're doing is capturing the energy released by the sun, using it to boil water to produce steam, and then that creates the electricity.
And how is energy produced at night?
With plants such as Xina, we have energy storage via these molten salt storage tanks. So we're able to release power at night and also when it's cloudy. And Xina has been designed specifically to have 5.5 hours of thermal storage, which enables us to cover the evening peak when most South Africans are getting home from work and are needing to use that power the most. So we are effectively providing power from the sun at night.
These plants are creating not only sustainable energy, but enduring economic development and employment in the Northern Cape.
1,300 jobs were created during the construction phase of this project, which lasted 29 months. We had to train up welders, pipe fitters, technicians, as well as construction workers. These people have now been upskilled and they're able to use those skills across different industries and sectors. And an additional 80 jobs are now created during the operational phase of the project for the next 20 years.
Kumbuzo, as the Deputy Operations Manager, what is it like working with such advanced energy technology?
It's quite a challenge, and considering that it was the first of its kind in Southern Africa, it makes me proud and it also motivates me, especially that our plant has been running consistently and very stable, supplying power without much interruptions for the past 9 months. So it's really a challenge and quite interesting.
Conscious of precious local resources, the plant recycles water used in electricity production, thus minimizing water losses.